sure you'd feel a bit jealous if you saw these aquatic plants growing right by the roadside. If you're into aquascaping, seeing plants like this is honestly mouth-watering. Here, aquascape plants grow wild along the road. This one, for example, is called baby tears. Yes, baby tears. A plant we usually look for and buy, but here it's growing freely and thriving on its own. Take a look. I'll grab a small piece. It's really dense, fresh, and bright green. And it's growing right next to the road, yet no one touches it. Besides baby tears, there are also hydrocotyle, Java moss, hydrocotyle tripartita, and pellia. They're all growing thick and healthy. From here all the way to the end, it's covered with baby tears. The roots are already strong, so you can just place it in your aquascape and it will start growing right away. It's truly a paradise for aquascape. Wow, it's incredibly dense. Dark green, almost blackish because it's growing so thick and healthy. If we took this, it could actually be used as a carpet right away. The plants are packed tightly together, completely covering the ground. There's also Java moss here. For those of you who are curious about what Java moss looks like, let me show you. So this is Java moss. When it's out of the water, the leaves look shorter, but once it's submerged, the leaves change. They grow longer and look different, not like Christmas moss. If you want to plant Java moss, it's very easy. You can simply tie it to driftwood or rocks, or attach it using special aquascape glue. And if you're planning to create a carpet using baby dwarf, this plant is perfect for that. Just plant it, and it will naturally grow into a beautiful carpet in your aquascape. Honestly, I'm surprised myself. This isn't a plant native to this area, yet somehow it's growing here in such large numbers. Most likely, someone dumped it here in the past, whether intentionally or accidentally, and over time, it spread and became this abundant. And honestly, this is truly something to be grateful for. It was left behind, yet it continues to grow lush and healthy. To most people, this probably looks like nothing more than ordinary grass or wild plants. But for those of us who love aquascaping, this is not ordinary at all. It's a treasure. Let's move forward a little more. Look, everything is covered. It's full here. We step down a bit, and it's still full. This place is completely filled with aquascape plants. Let me take a bigger piece. Wow, if you plant this in an aquascape, you wouldn't have to wait long at all. One tank could be filled almost instantly. The plant is already thick, the roots are strong, and it's ready to be placed right away. It's basically instant, ready to go. Alright, let's put it back where it was, so it stays safe and doesn't get damaged. If we place it back over there, near the back where the water flow is calm, it will likely grow again, and possibly spread even more. I've been here before, but back then the area was dry. When I came here in the past, there were only a few plants, but now just look at it. The amount has increased significantly and everything looks much healthier and more lush. As for Java moss, once it starts growing underwater, this is what the leaves look like. It adapts and changes its form, so you could say it goes through a transformation, almost like an evolution based on its aquatic environment. If you plan to use or collect plants from nature, try not to put them directly into your tank. It's best to keep them in a separate container first. Plants taken from the wild often carry pests such as snails, worms, and other tiny organisms. The most common problem is snails. Once snails get into a tank, they can reproduce very quickly. Before you know it, the snail infestation becomes severe and very difficult to remove. So the solution is to isolate the plants first. Usually keeping them in quarantine for 1 to 2 weeks is enough before they're safe to add to your aquascape. Look at this! It's incredibly thick and abundant. For aquascapers, this isn't just an ordinary plant. This is truly a treasure. Look how dense it is. It almost looks like an afro, like curly hair. The plants form these rounded shapes because they grow so tightly and compactly. See? There's so much of it, and it's really thick. This is baby tears, and it's in incredibly healthy condition. And wow, look over there. There's another plant as well. This one is called Riccia fluitans. Riccia fluitans is also an aquascape plant that can be used inside a tank. At first glance, it may look similar to baby tears, but the difference is that Riccia doesn't have roots, so it naturally floats. This plant is absolutely beautiful. Even Takashi Amano was famously known for using Riccia fluitans in many of his aquascapes. The color is amazing, bright, vibrant green. And the most fascinating part is that once it's submerged and exposed to good lighting, this plant often produces purling, tiny oxygen bubbles. The bubbles look like little tears emerging from inside the plant. It feels like water within water. Everything just looks so alive. Those sparkling bubbles make the aquascape look premium and high-end. Wow, look at this, guys. There's so much of it. This is Riccia fluitans, and it's incredibly thick here. In this place, it's truly a treasure for aquascapers. Maybe because not many people around here are into aquascaping, these plants are simply left growing along the roadside. No one takes them, really, no one. And yes, it's completely free. For aquascapers in this area, honestly, this is such a happy find. You just take what you need. Look, thick growth and excellent quality. Once you attach and place it in an aquascape, wow, you won't have to wait long at all. It looks good instantly. And over here, there's also Ricardia moss. This is what Ricardia moss looks like. At first glance, it may look similar to the Pelleoime picked earlier, but Ricardia is smaller in size. The texture is very unique. It almost looks like stone, seaweed, or even coral. It looks dense, but the plant itself is actually quite delicate. When you touch it, it can feel fragile and easy to break. Ricardia moss usually attaches itself firmly to rocks or areas with water flow, especially slightly elevated spots. Underwater, it can cling very strongly. However, when collecting it, you need to be careful. Because of its fragile texture, it can be easily damaged. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching this aquascape plant hunting video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss future aquascape plant exploration videos. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.